Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine and taking care of yourselves. This is Samreen here, and I am here with the video of English second, that is Mulberry. Today I am going to give you the explanation of lesson number 8, and then after that, question answers. Because of the shortage of time and some of the holidays were there, so we couldn't upload these videos. Okay, so students, because these chapters 7-8 chapters will come in your annual exam also, so if you have already completed, no issues, you can match your answers. Okay, so students, we will start the chapter number 8, the great mouse plot. Okay, so before starting the chapter, let's read these lines before the chapter. Okay, a prank is a silly trick that you play on someone to surprise them. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to study about 5 boys who played a trick on a woman, okay, who had a sweet shop in the town. So they did one prank, okay, and which was very silly. So here, have you ever played a prank on someone, or has someone ever played a prank on you? Or have you heard of a prank that was played on someone? Share a quick story with your partner. Okay, this is a discussion topic. So now we are going to study about the prank which these boys played. Okay, so altogether they are, means they were 5. Okay, and what they used to do, actually they used to hide things in their school. Basically, wherever they found some places where no one could go or no one could reach, they used to keep their things over there, for example sweets or other small treasures. Okay, so one day they found one dead mouse. Okay, then one of the boy named Tweeties swung that and said it stings, and because that was dead, okay, that mouse. Now they said, they started shouting and they said that, throw it out of the window quick. But Tweetis hesitated and they all started looking at each other, and one of them, means the narrator of this story, he suggested that we can do one thing. What we can do, why don't we, means I slip it into one of Mrs. Pratchett's jar of sweet. Mrs. Pratchett was the lady who had the sweet shop in the town, I told you. Okay, why they thought, of playing this prank on Mrs. Pratchett? Because Mrs. Pratchett was a very rude lady. She never smiled or greeted them. Okay, whenever they used to go to the shop, she was always like, started shouting, and she always said that, keep your thieving fingers off the chocolates, or either sometimes even when they show money, then also she didn't believe, never. So they first they thought, but others after that they decided, okay, this is a very good plan. Okay, then finally they decided when or how to do that. Okay, they were very excited, and as they entered the shop, okay, what they did, actually Mrs. Pritchard stood behind the counter. She was standing. Then, one toffee please, Tweety said to her. Tweety said, I want one toffee, holding out his penny, means the coin. As soon as Mrs. Preston turned her head away to fish a toffee out of the box, he lifted the glass. Who? Tweeties. Glass lid of the gobstopper's jar. Gobstopper is a kind of sugar boiled candy. Okay, hard sugar boiled candy. Then dropped the mouse in, the dead mouse. Then he replied, then he replaced the lid and as silently as possible. Okay, then his heart was like thumping and hands had gone all sweaty, means he was nervous. Okay, Then after that, they all means after getting that candy, they all started running. Means they all came out of the shop, and means what happened after that? They didn't look no back, and they were running in the sense they started running like anything. They didn't want Mrs. Pritchett to think anything, fishy. So then after that, when they were out, everybody was started asking to Twitties that did you do that? Then he said, of course I did. Okay, then well done, they cried. And what a super show, means they enjoyed that a lot, and he felt like a hero. Then next morning, what happened after this incident? Next morning, they pressed their faces against the window and looked inside. Which window we are talking about? Mrs. Pritchett's shop's window. Okay, means they wanted to see that what exactly happened after that. Okay, next page we will see. Okay, what they saw actually, no, just after that window, no, into that window, that the glass jar of gobstopper was smashed with the dead mouse lying in the wreckage, and hundreds of many colored gobstoppers littering the floor. Means all the gobstoppers were littering over the no, on the floor, and the jar was completely smashed with the dead mouse. So she got such a shock when she grabbed hold of the mouse, that they that she dropped everything, something, everything somebody was saying. Means they were thinking that this might have happened then, but why didn't she sweep it all up? They were thinking, but why didn't she clean everything? Why everything is on the floor? Nobody answered. And I no longer, means that is no longer felt like a winner. Means somewhere they felt very bad. Okay, then after that, they heard the bell of their school bell. It was ringing, and they had to go to school. Then finally in the assembly, they were standing at the end. Then what they saw, Mr. Combes, the headmaster. He made an announcement, and he said the whole school is to line up around the playground immediately. He said sternly, means the sound was very strong. Then we did as we were told. They were not aware that what they're going to face. Then a door led out from the school onto the playground. Suddenly a door opened. It swung upon the upon op, sorry it swung open, and through it strode Mr. Combos, and beside him was Mrs. Pritchett. Means she went to school, and she complained everything to the headmaster of the school, because she had a doubt that this mischief was done by those boys only, those who came yesterday, and they used to come usually. Okay, then he led her at a brisk wall to the line of the boys, and it was like someone inspecting the troops. Means she was checking each and everybody with the headmaster. Suddenly she let out a high-pitched yell and pointed a finger at Twitties. That yes, this is the boy. Okay, that's I am. Okay, she yelled, that's one of them. Means he's the one. Means along him there were four, and he's the one. Then Mrs. Pritchard's eyes flicked over and settled on my face. Means he started staring at him, and she started staring at him, and he looked down at the surface of the playground. Who? Twitties. He was afraid. Then that no one there, what happened? She yelled, pointed at me, and I am, and I am, and I am, and she said, stabbing her finger at the other three. Okay, I have got their names, and said Mr. Combes. Means she wanted to know the names, and everybody was captured that time. Everybody was it was a kind of arrestment only. They arrested, and after that we can imagine what would have happened, what happened actually with them. So this is the story, and they all got punishment for sure. What they did all together, students, they were four actually, including the narrator. Okay, on the first page it is clearly mentioned that means altogether there were five, including the narrator. That in the first line, he's it was written like, it is written like, my four friends and I had across the loose floor board. Okay, means they were five. Now students, I have given you the explanation of the story. Now let's open page number 107. First we will do making connections, quick answers, because just now I have explained you the story, so it is very easy to do this one. Choose the right answers and put a tick mark against them. Now the setting is where a story happens. Which of these sentences does not fit the setting of the story? That the classroom had cemented floor, then the sweet shop was at walking distance from the C school. Yes. The school had a door that led to a playground. Yes. So first one is the correct answer, which is not a part of the story. Second one is the action of a story is carried out by the characters. Which of the sentences is not true of the characters in the story? Means yes. The third one is the correct answer actually. Six friends were part of the Great Mouse Flood. No. How many friends? Five. So this is the correct answer. Now see the third one. The plot is a sequence of events in a story. Which of these events belongs to the plot? So the correct answer is the first one. All the friends thought it was a good idea to put the mouse into the jar of sweets. Okay. Next, according to you, which of these sentences best describe the Great Mouse plot? So the second one is the correct answer. A story that is exaggerated but could be true. This story is completely exaggerated, okay, but somewhere it is true. Okay, it means small kids, means the naughty kids, especially boys, they can do such things. Okay, now students, come to the next part, question answers. I'll show you here. uh, Reference to context, these are the answers students, so please match your answers. I hope you have already completed. If there are some means differences, no issues, because you have already learned. Okay, this is only for those students, if somebody has not completed, so you can complete. All right, because this question this chapter again will come in annual exams. So these are your reference to context. Then in fourth one, you can see this is your read, reflect and write. Here you can see, okay, that who was Mrs. Pritchett and what sort of a person was she. So this is the answer. Next page I'm going to turn. You can see here, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth. So student, these are the answer. If you have any problem, if you know if you want to know, if you have any query, any confusion, you can ask in live class, as well as you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so please complete your work and take care, keep studying.